Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a story about confidence and how it made such a huge difference in how I approached this one thing that I thought I would never do or have the ability to do.
So I just wanna go to the deep end. I just wanna go to the deepest end. No planning, no stress, and no work, no trying to fix what we have. Just go to the deepest end.
And this is a story that I remember, and I keep it with me, but I keep forgetting the most important part about it. You know, I remember the end result, how it made me feel, but I don't think about enough the way I handled the situation from the get-go, which I believe made all the difference. I was in college for the third time. We can talk about that some other time. And my major was theater. 2006, it's the start of the semester, it's like September-ish, and we are going to a 24-hour play festival. A 24-hour play festival, if you've never heard of it, is where you write and direct and perform a 10-minute play in just 24 hours. All these theater students, undergraduate, graduate students, meet at the theater the night before. Auditions are held, which means that actors go up and introduce themselves, talk about themselves a little bit, and they also choose a costume piece or a prop. Props and costume pieces are brought in by the students going to the festival, okay, from all these different schools. And so nothing is planned out in advance. And those are the auditions. In the audience are the writers. They use the actors' auditions, the costume pieces, the props, as inspiration for whatever play they're going to write. They don't know what they're going to write yet. So everyone leaves except the writers, and they stay there and they start writing. And they write until, I don't know, 4, 5 a.m., something like that. And then the directors come in. And the directors go through all the scripts and pick out a script that they will direct. Now, the actors are already kind of chosen based on the audition. Then the actors come in around, I don't know, 7 or 8, I think. And they do they meet the director, they read over the script, and they learn their characters and they learn the script, and they spend all morning rehearsing and learning their lines, and they really have to have their lines learned by the afternoon time. Around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, tech rehearsals start, and that means that you go on the actual stage, because we've all been rehearsing in little rooms in the building, and you actually go on the stage to rehearse. But just the lighting and sound cues, right? You'll say a line that cues the light people or the sound people or both or whatever to do whatever with the lights or the sound. Okay, the music plays here, this light over here comes on, you know, whatever. And you kind of walk through it and show the technical people where you're going to be standing when you say whatever you're going to say, etc. That's a tech rehearsal, basically. You rehearse it a few more times with your little group, and then you get your actual costume on, and then you do a dress rehearsal, which is a full rehearsal on stage. And then you're ready to perform the play in front of an audience, which is all the other students also participating in this thing. My first year, 2006, in this theater program, we went to the 24-hour play festival. And I'm like, they put on a play and they write and rehearse and perform a play in 24 hours. Oh my gosh, that whole idea freaked me out, scared me to death. I did not participate that first year. And I thought, I'll never be able to do something like that. I actually thought that my first year. Fast forward to the fall of 2007, the beginning of my second and last year in the theater program. This is the part of the story that I always forget about, because my focus is on the end result, not how I got to that end result. And it's a shame that I've forgotten about it, because I think I should use this strategy more. Because it worked really well. And the strategy was, this uncharacteristic thought and feeling came over me to have confidence, to keep telling myself, you can do this. I was telling myself over and over again, there's nothing to be afraid of. You can do this. Don't sweat this. And I kept telling myself that over and over. And it worked. I didn't feel the amount of fear normal me would have felt doing this challenging thing. This approach was different than any other approach I've ever had on anything else. And I wish I wouldn't forget it, because this worked, you guys. I got a good night's sleep that night. Before I fell asleep, I said, don't lose sleep. Get sleep, because you can do this. You've got this. It was basically what I kept saying over and over. And I did. I went to sleep. I got a good night's sleep. And I was not nervous about the next day. I was excited for the next day, which is different. It's different. Normally I look at all the negatives, all the ways that, all the reasons I can't do something, all the reasons, all the possible ways to fail. This theater experience, I have to remember it, not because of the end result, but because of the way I approached it. Because of the way I approached it, telling myself, you can do this. You want to do this. And you can handle it. You can learn those lines. You can play this character, whatever character it is. You can do it. I kept telling myself that. And when we read the script, we did the first read through, I connected with that character immediately. Now, granted, this character was based on me and what the writer saw about my personality when I was talking about myself on stage during the auditions. So this character was written for me. That makes a huge difference as well. I got a positive response to how I was doing everything when we started acting it out. And that helped my confidence. Oh, I got this. And this play, people are going to like it. It was well written for an overnight 10-minute thing. The only thing I didn't get down, and I for some reason, I had a block on this. I'm not real confident with accents and speaking words from other languages, which is weird. And I was not able to break through that barrier with this "you can do this" thing. So I never got that. Actually, what's funny about that was at first I was actually trying to do, it was supposed to be a Minnesota accent. I was trying to do it, and they couldn't tell. They couldn't tell that I was trying. So I thought, oh, they don't even know I'm trying. They kept saying, why don't you try it? And I was like, oh, I am. So that didn't work, but it didn't matter because everything else was falling into place and it was going the way it was supposed to. And then it got time that night to perform it live in front of the audience. And there was just a really good response to my character as well. My other classmates talked about it. My professor, one of my professors who was there, who did not just freely give away any kind of praise or compliment when it came to acting. She had to mean it to say it. She didn't give people BS. Even she said, she seemed to even be a little surprised that she was saying it to me. She goes, you rocked it. That was a great experience, and see that you can see why I could always focus on the end result, because people responded so positively to the play overall, as well as just my character. But what I really should focus on is that, taking care of myself part that I did at the beginning. You can do this. You want to do this. There's nothing to be nervous about. You can do this. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Don't freak out. You can do this. And I'm just now realizing this kind of sounds like the little engine that could, right? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I can. And he does. He can make it. I think he's going up a hill or something. And he makes it because he tells himself that he can. I just now put that together. You know what? The little engine that could, that is a true story, guys. That doesn't mean you're not going to make a mistake. That doesn't mean it's not going to be hard. That doesn't mean you're not going to be nervous. If you, or have a little bit of, stage fright or whatever. Don't you think it's better to go into a situation telling yourself you can, as opposed to telling yourself you can't, and to be scared and afraid to even try? I'm gonna let that be a lesson to me about telling myself that I can, and there's something I want to do, instead of going straight to the negative and saying, oh, but there's all this and this, I don't know if I can handle that, oh, that part over there is scary. Whatever. I can handle it. I'm also very strong. So, in essence, yes, you can. Be good to yourself.